welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking into something pretty critical for keeping your home safe and dry, the French drain. We're going to be drawing on info from the folks at Pacific Blue Mechanical. They work a lot in areas like Maple Ridge, BC, so they know about dealing with rain. Our mission, pretty simple, really. We want to break down what this drain thing is, why it's so helpful, especially if you live somewhere that gets a lot of wet weather.
Exactly. And, if you own property in a place like Maple Ridge or anywhere with heavy rain, really, you're always battling water pushing against your house, trying to get in. The sources we looked at, like on the Pacific Blue Mechanical site, they make it clear. A French drain isn't just, digging a ditch. It's a proper system designed to handle lots of water and stop that really expensive damage from happening.
Okay, let's unpack that. Simple words now. If I'm thinking about this for my place, what's it actually made of? What are the pieces? And how does it catch the water?
Right. Think of it like a hidden pathway for water. First, you dig a hole, like a long, narrow ditch, a trench, and have to slope down away from your house. That's key. Then you put small stones, gravel, in the bottom, lots of it. That gravel helps water move easily. Then comes the pipe. It's usually plastic and has little holes in it. A perforated pipe that sits right in the gravel.
Okay, a trench, gravel, pipe with holes. Makes sense. But the Pacific Blue Mechanical info also mentioned a special cloth. Why wrap the pipe? Can't you just make sure your yard slopes away?
Good question. That cloth, it's called geotextile fabric, and it's super important for making the drain last. It wraps around the pipe or sometimes the whole trench with the gravel. Its job is simple: let water through, but stop sand and dirt, like a filter. If dirt gets in those little holes, the pipe clogs up, game over for the drain, And yeah, grading your yard helps, definitely. But in places with tons of rain, like Maple Ridge, sometimes the ground just gets soaked. And surface water isn't the only issue. You need something underground to actually carry that water away.
Ah, okay. So the cloth keeps it working long term, and the drain handles water in the ground, not just on top. So let's talk benefits. Pacific Blue Mechanical lists a few big ones. What are the main advantages for a homeowner?
Well, the biggest one is protecting your house's foundation. That's the bottom part it sits on. This drain basically pulls water away from the foundation. So yeah, it stops basements from flooding, which is great, but it also stops the water from constantly soaking the foundation, which can cause cracks and big problems over time. It keeps things stable. Plus, less soggy ground means a healthier yard for your plants.
Right, protects the foundation, helps the yard. That makes sense. Now here's something interesting from the Pacific Blue Mechanical info. Why is local knowledge so important, specifically for Maple Ridge?
Yeah, that's crucial because Maple Ridge has its own specific conditions, right? The type soil, how much rain it gets, how the land slopes. Someone local, like Pacific Blue Mechanical, they understand that stuff. They know how water moves in that area. They know the tricky spots, maybe where clay soil holds water near the house, so they can put the drain in the best possible place to catch the most water. That local know-how means a better installation, one that the sources say could last 30, maybe even 50 years if you look after it.
30 to 50 years, wow. Okay, so that local expertise really matters for getting it right the first time.
Yeah.
So wrapping this up, what's the main takeaway for someone listening? French drains sound like a smart move, basically an investment to protect your house. The sources we saw, again from Pacific Blue Mechanical, suggest a cost usually between, say, $2,000, $5,000 Canadian. Which sounds like a lot, but maybe not compared to fixing a foundation.
Exactly. Foundation repairs, especially from water damage in BC, can easily run you $30,000 or more. So yeah, the drain starts looking like a pretty good deal. It's about preventing those huge costs down the road.
Makes sense. Protect the investment.
Right. And here's something to think about, something for you, the listener, to consider. We said the drain needs a slope for gravity to work, right, to pull the water away. Well, if that drain is going to last 30 or 50 years, especially in a rainy place where ground can shift a little, how often should you check to make sure that slope is still, sloping, to make sure gravity is still doing its job properly?